Good day, ma'am. This is our presentation for Criminological Research 2 with our study entitled Role of Community Policing in Crime Prevention Countries. Our statement of the problem are composed of two, namely, what are the roles of the police-community relation in crime prevention, and what are the challenges faced in police-community relation towards crime prevention?
Brief background of the study. Republic Act 4864, also known as the Police Act of 1966. This law aimed to improve police efficiency, discipline, and community relations. Republic Act 8551, also known as the Philippine National Police Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998. This law aimed to professionalize the PNP, promote integrity, and ensure effective enforcement. Our SDG 11, community policing, can contribute to making cities and communities more inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable by fostering collaboration between community and the law enforcement. Our SDG 16, this goal focuses on promoting peaceful and inclusive societies, providing access to justice, and building effective accountable institutions. We conduct this research to understand the role of community policing, whether it creates a sense of safety and security in the community that, the leads, that leads to the prevention of crimes. This research is beneficial to community, law enforcement, and especially PNP and the future researcher.
Next, the theoretical framework. First is social disorganization theory, developed by Clifford Shaw and Henry D. Mackay in 1942. Social disorganization theory is a macro-level theory asserting that crime is a product of a community's inability to regulate itself, rather than a result of individual defects. Social disorganization theory gives community policing its philosophical and strategic mandate. If the cause of crime is a breakdown of community social control, the solution lies in reorganizing and strengthening the community's capacity to control itself.
Second is deterrence theory, is formulated by Cesar Beccaria and Jeremy Bentham on the year 1789. Next is situational crime prevention theory by Clark on the year 1980. The deterrence theory and situational crime prevention theory provide insightful insight in the contribution of community policing.
Methodology. In our study, we are using a case study methodology since it allows us to explore an in-depth and complex issue within its real-life context. We specifically focus on Tanawan Leyte, a municipality that has been facing various crime-related challenges. Through this approach, we aim to examine the specific issues encountered by local law enforcement and understand how their community policing efforts influence the overall safety and social dynamics of the area. We interviewed a total of 15 informants consisting of police officers, specifically the community relations officer from the Tanawan Municipal Police Stations, and residents of Tanawan Leyte, particularly barangay peacekeepers. The study utilized purposive sampling, meaning participants were deliberately selected based on their direct experience and insight into community policing and crime in the area. Data were collected through 10 individual interviews and 5 focus group discussions conducted within the community. In our research instrument, we use a self-developed unstructured interview guide that has two main parts. One focuses on the role of community policing and the other explores the challenges in police community relations. For our analysis, we use thematic analysis to identify recurring themes and patterns in the responses. This approach helps us interpret and understand the participation, perceptions, and experiences more deeply.
Presentation and interpretation of data. We present and interpret our data with the use of thematic analysis from raw data up to the emerging themes. We have the raw data which can be found in Appendix F. Those data from the informants were arranged accordingly and has its own coding, followed by a focus group discussion. We draw the significant statement and formulate it right after, then subsequently regroup it for clustering, and here comes the arising core issues and context.
For our key findings, we found that community policing enhances public safety and reduces crime through visibility, trust, and collaboration. Active engagement between police and residents builds mutual confidence and vigilance, while information sharing and police visibility deter criminal activity. These findings emphasize that effective crime prevention relies on a strong partnership between law enforcement and the community, supported by good communication and consistent patrols. This means that when police and citizens work together through open communication, trust, and active participation, crime rates decrease and the sense of safety increases. This Our study highlights that community cooperation is a key factor in maintaining peace and order, showing that crime prevention is a shared responsibility between the police and the public.
Next is conclusion and recommendation. We conclude the police visibility and active community engagement are the most vital factors in preventing crime, and and they build trust, encourage cooperation, and foster and stronger sense the safety within the community. We recommended that the enhanced police visibility and accessibility, straightened communication and information sharing mechanism between law enforcement and citizens, and conduct regular awareness programs and dialogues and seminars to reinforce cooperation.
Limitation and reflection. This study limits as it is applicable solely in Tanawan Leyte. Through this study, the researcher gained a deeper understanding of the importance of trust, collaboration, and consistent communication in achieving safer communities through community policing. To mitigate this limitation, future researcher can include other municipalities or larger sample, which helps make the result more comprehensive and scientifically accurate.
So that is the end of our presentation. Thank you po.